Dear Santa, I'm one of your biggest supporters. You may not remember me, but as a little girl, I wished for three things: world peace, blueberries in the maple syrup, and a cheeseburger pie made with sweet potatoes. Well, I got 2 out of 3 of those things, because after having the best breakfast since the Great Depression, that no-good two-timing Hitler stormed my cottage and looted my collection of diamonds and bedtime stories involving a no-good cinema snob telling tales about axe murderers. I took that Hitler by the arm and made him cut the biggest switch from the oak tree. I paddled his bottom so raw he could never give a speech standing up again. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Make that no-good cinema Scrooge review something wholesome for the family. And throw in that mean old nostalgia Critic for saying naughty things about my grandson, little Matty Broderick. Sincerely and passionately, your luscious red-nosed Christmas warrior, Fat Grandma. P.S. You can join me in any of my reindeer games.
Woof! Jiminy Christmas! Now that's what I call some rankin' sass. Pardon the blushing, boys and girls, but as you know, Santa Christ brings all the ho-ho-hos to the yard. Now about that crossover.
Hey! Do you mind getting the hell out of here? We're reviewing a movie!
You don't have to tell me twice, children. Last time I got stuck with you two, I got horsewhipped and developed a new fetish in the process. Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho!
Cameo. Wow, what a coincidence he was reading a letter to Santa, seeing how that's exactly what today's movie is about.
What do you mean? I thought we were finally going to talk about I Saw Jesus Die, the Jesus porno.
You wish.
No, I don't.
Trust me, this is far scarier. The film is called Dear Santa, because that's much easier than calling it A Very Play Misty for Me Christmas. It's one of about 1,000 cynical holiday tie-ins that aired on Lifetime, and it's about a young, wealthy socialite who is determined to find a new man so hard that she follows a Dear Santa letter all the way to a father and daughter that she soon stalks.
That sounds terrifying.
If by terrifying you mean warm and uplifting.
It sounds as warm as old eggnog found on the radiator and as uplifting as a dead puppy found in your stocking.
What in God's name was your childhood like?
Ask the wooden spoon indentions on my ass. Actually, this movie does seem up my alley. It begins with an ejaculation scene.
All serious films begin with credits that look like a kindergartner's interpretation of Comic Sans. The world's friggin' worst mailman loses some of his mail, and a Dear Santa letter makes its way to our, hero, Crystal Carruthers.
Imagine if she got a letter to Penthouse, then she'd definitely buy this sexy Santa outfit to seduce Willie from Bad Santa.
Crystal has never had a job in her life because she's been supported by her wealthy parent.
By the size of my last credit card bill, I'd assume you've been dressing all of the Upper East Side.
Okay, if her parents are that rich, how come they can't afford to go on a vacation that isn't green screened?
Mom is given no choice but to financially cut Crystal off so she can find a man.
I'm on it. I promise.
Fine, you have until Christmas to sort it out. Oh, and dear, that sweater was far too tangerine for your complexion.
At least her sweater didn't have to be green screened in.
Hey, don't knock green screen vacations. I know someone who frequents that same vacation spot every year.
Of course, instead of immediately looking for a job, Crystal reads letters from children. The letter is from a 7-year-old Olivia who wishes for a new dad. And also a copy of Sleepless in Seattle. It's only slightly less creepy.
Crystal then writes back to tell her that there's no Santa.
What happens then? No, you're not getting off that easily!
Have you seen the pornos I watch? I never get off easy.
But tracking down Olivia and her father, Derek, seems like a good idea, according to her enabler.
I think it's a sign. I mean, what are the chances that I would find this letter on the exact day I'm supposed to change my life?
As good as finding it on any other day?
This seems like a much better plan than getting a job. So like any stable human being, she finds the address and stalks the guy and his kid from across the street. Derek comes with his own cheerful pop music, but trust me, the creepy music will work much better.
Oh, it gets even creepier. And I mean follows him and watches him through a window creepier.
I never thought I'd say this, but I think Clay Walsh from Old Fashioned has found his match in this girl.
At this point, I'm shocked she doesn't actually sniff the mitten Olivia leaves behind. It'd only be the third creepiest thing she did in this.
Joke's on him though, she filled that mitten with dog shit.
Crystal follows Derek to work by sneaking into his community soup kitchen. Hey, Derek, the creepy eyes are a real thing. Don't let this creeper work in your soup kitchen.
He hires her to work in his soup kitchen.
Ew, a hairnet, poor people hats. But here's her chance to identify with the common folk.
Oh, wait. You forgot your bread. I mean, unless you don't eat carbs, which I don't, especially whole wheat. Makes me so bloated.
To be fair to Crystal, before this, she only heard of homeless people in fairy tales.
Hey, what's your opinion on gay blackface?
I don't know, do movies still do that?
Was the gay best friend your favorite character in The Killing Joke?
No, the end credits were my favorite character in The Killing Joke.
Then meet Soup Kitchen Chef Pete.
Honey, you better soak that pot or else you're gonna be scrubbing away that manicure. Pete Kennedy, chef extraordinaire.
Crystal Carruthers.
Oh, and sweetie, ditch the hairnet. Just make sure your hair is up and away.
How often does he volunteer?
Volunteer? Sweetheart, he runs this place.
Wait a minute. Pink chef's outfit, earring in the right ear, lip gloss. I think Pete might be straight.
Edible, isn't he?
And he's a fucking cannibal!
Derek has changed into his afternoon flannel while Crystal is promoted to Soup Kitchen bar wench.
But now she finally gets to meet Olivia, the writer of the Dear Santa letter.
I had to play the cello for 3 years. I hated it too.
My grandmother told my dad I should start playing an instrument.
Well, at least you can keep your nails. Me, I couldn't even have a French manicure. And don't even get me started on the clothes.
Hey, remember that show, The Simple Life?
Why would you remind me of early 2000s reality television?
Because our country let that happen, just like they let cynical Lifetime Christmas movies happen.
There's a subplot in the film about an older homeless man who refuses to ever go indoors. Something about letting cooks walk around with no hairnets and the chef getting lip gloss on the silverware? I don't know.
Bad news though, Derek has been casually dating Jillian. Good thing I always keep the creepy music handy.
I'm getting a little creeped out here. Go back to being stereotypical.
Could I get a triple shot, non-fat, half-sweet mocha? Extra hot, please.
Oh, mine too.
For short, I call it the Hot Carl.
Pete is on Team Crystal as he tells her she has it all, being a creepy imposter that he's only known for half a day. Clearly that makes Crystal a better person than Jillian, who is simply in love with Derek and has known him for years.
Why can't everybody have a magical gay best friend who always has the best advice at just the right time? I said, why can't everybody have a magical gay best friend with the right advice at just the right time? Damn it, I thought for sure that would cue some sort of sketch or something.
Yes, I have an idea. We'll use my door instead.
Your door? What are you talking about?
Yeah, look.
How the hell did you do that?
And they laugh at me for still using Pinnacle 12.
They still do.
Hello, boys. My name is Barian, and oh my, you are finer than a fresh set of snow tires. I may not be a cowboy, but let me tell you something. This figure sure can fit into a pair of chaps. I'm not talking about my lover in Great Britain. I call him Big Ben, and he always comes on time. Woo, I am nasty.
Okay, this may get us in trouble.
Whatever, I found my new best friend!
That's what I'm here for, boys. I don't have much of a life of my own, so I give advice to wealthy straight women. And since I don't see any around here, you two hunk-of-burnin' lover boys will set my advice meter from, oh, just dump him, to call the fire department because your new man just set my pants aflame.
Actually, I don't think I need any advice.
No, me neither.
Really? No advice, no cheerful pick-me-ups. 2016 alone has broken my gay best friend advice-giving record. You two are the only two who don't need advice this year.
Sorry, we've got a review to do. We don't have any time for distractions.
I'm just a character in a story from an old woman that she reads to a comic book reviewer. I have no existence to give advice to.
Oh, well, who has the boxed wine and the double entendres when Barian needs advice? Who, I ask?
Bear Ryan, huh?
I write drunk.
Crystal waits for Derek and Olivia to show up at the ice skating ring so she can make a fool out of herself.
Thanks. Meant to do that.
That was amazing. Can you teach me how to do that twirly thing?
Why would you want her to teach you? You just fell over and almost broke your ass.
Like any responsible adult, he leaves her with Crystal. He'd be better off leaving her with Glenn Close from Fatal Attraction. At least she'd get a roller coaster ride out of it.
Yes, but then we wouldn't have those dropouts from 90s bully school.
By the way, I love the purple helmet. I think I saw a kindergartner wearing the same one.
In case you didn't know, pigtails are all the rage right now. Vanessa Hudgens.
I guess that's why Zach broke up with her. BTW, the hat, so last year.
God damn it, I accidentally sat on the remote. How do you turn off the foreign language?
Crystal figures out there's more to life than lattes and shopping. Yeah, that's her exact words. So she takes up wanting to break up Derek and Jillian.
Now I finally get the hyena reference.
Oh my god, she laughs when he says something funny, and she gives the coughing guy a napkin before Crystal gets a chance to. Fucking whore.
Yes, but she scoffs about it and throws her gloves away, because in order to be a good person, you have to like having coughed up germs and bits of food on your hands.
Crystal is much better. She gives George R.R. Martin her scarf so he can finish writing his books.
Not to mention she brings in her spices from home. Wow, salt!
She even gives the homeless people clothes, which would seem nice if it didn't feel like she was doing this only to get Derek's attention and to one-up Jillian.
Dollar store Scott Wolf is delighted by this, but oh no! Eviction notice! This could have been avoided if they didn't spend their budget to special order Pete's chef's outfit and lip gloss from Paris.
Derek asks Crystal if she can babysit, in the hopes that this is the same universe from When a Stranger Calls.
The only thing I ever watched was a school hamster and it died a slow death somewhere in the walls of my parents' condo.
Ready?
And she kills animals!
Oh, it doesn't take Crystal too long to almost set the place on fire. She has a full spice rack, but can't even make beans. This so wouldn't have happened if they had a copy of Ain't No Mountain High Enough playing in the background.
If only Pete gave her babysitting advice.
Oh, he did.
I've never babysat anything in my life.
Seriously? I thought all of us preteen girls babysat.
Not me.
God damn it, movie! Gay men and preteen girls aren't the same thing!
Olivia and Crystal soon bond over their mutual hatred for Jillian.
All she ever talks about with my dad is, remember when we did this? Remember what happened when?
Blah, she reminisces about old times with her dad because they knew each other for years. Skankosaurus!
Too bad Dad came home. I'd rather keep watching Merlin's Magical Christmas.
There's more important things, though, like Derek giving Crystal his relationship backstory.
I know I could never replace Laura. I mean, Laura was... she was... special. And Jillian, I mean, she's... I don't expect to feel the same way that Laura made me feel.
You two just met! What's next? He's gonna ask her to spend the night?
Look, you were sleeping. Why don't you just crash?
I swear I don't ask all the babysitters this.
Oh my, his lights are all tangled, much like his love life, am I right, ladies? Meanwhile, Jillian, that Hitler's harlot, is disappointed to see that a strange woman has spent the night.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot we had a brunch date.
How dare Jillian be pissed off that Derek stood her up to spend time with the unstable Crystal who he just met? Can Jillian possibly be a bigger party pooper?
Daddy,
Yes, baby.
Crystal said she'd take me shopping sometime.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Sweetheart, do you really think that's such a good idea? I mean, we don't know much about Crystal, do we?
She's right! Jillian is the real hero of this movie, and not just because she's fantastic at selling big boxes. Oh no, the competing ladies are having a cook-off, 'cause, you know, chick thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies, please, you're both setting your sex back by decades.
By the way, the Jesus porn has the same shot in it, probably.
And why not go rooting through his drawers?
Nice ring, isn't it?
Hope you can hang on to him this time.
Or I'll toss you in a trunk and drive it off a cliff and watch you burst into flames.
Olivia says that Jillian and Derek spend way too much time reminiscing. Totally seems worthy of destroying a relationship over. Crystal is definitely the better choice. I mean, after all, she does have one friend, kinda.
Derek has it good too. He often gets free things because people confuse him for Jason Patrick. Though he still hasn't gotten over his odd fear of cucumbers. What the hell?
Never mind that. There's a clothes-changing montage! Here's the latest line in Nancy Drew wardrobe. Or would you rather have the Marion Ravenwood look? How about lesbian stereotype? We can have 2 gay stereotypes in the film.
Derek goes from not wanting to be in this movie to just plain falling asleep.
Wait a minute. Is that beautiful night sky actually daylight that's being hidden by a tint in the glass? Even the sky is half-assing it!
There's more important things. Olivia shows them that Bob Revere wasn't telling the truth. There are still Christmas trees after all.
Who's Bob Revere?
A patriot. A motherfucking patriot.
So Olivia has had a long day of it being 2 in the afternoon posing as 10 p.m. There's definitely some misplaced emotions going on here.
Today, it really felt like I had a mom again.
We've only known each other for 3 days. I'm really easy to win over.
Good. Crystal is hanging up a tree as fake as her personality. Speaking of fake, Mom is still vacationing in Crystal's desktop background.
I was thinking about maybe getting a real one this year.
Oh, well, it's up to you, dear, because your dad and I won't be making it back for Christmas.
There's a surprise?
What was that?
That's all up to you, honey, so long as we can still keep this fake beach.
Unfortunately, there's a totally real emergency.
Hello?
He's going out with that witch again.
Oh my god, Jillian is the worst. They're going to a fancy restaurant.
So, where's Olivia tonight? Not with Crystal, I hope.
Oh, Jennifer's watching her. Why? What's wrong with Crystal?
Oh, you don't know what's wrong with Crystal? Here, I'll loan you the movie Dear Santa.
Jillian brings up that Crystal lied about graduating NYU and wonders what else she could be lying about. Another fair fucking point. Crystal has already turned Olivia into a master manipulator when Olivia pretends to be sick, which ruins Derek and Jillian's date.
Daddy, can Crystal tuck me in?
'Tis the season for emotional manipulation.
I thought little girls would love playing the flute.
No.
See, this is exactly why Olivia needs a mother like you.
Yeah, you have a chemical imbalance in your head, but you knew that she didn't like playing the flute. You truly are the Carol Brady of our time.
Oh hey, the homeless subplot is back to say that he still doesn't like going inside because bad things happen inside. I don't know, I think he just kind of does that with everything. Would you like some hot soup? Sorry, I found a fly in my tomato bisque once. Now I never eat soup again. Would you like to wear my scarf? Sorry, I had a brother who died during autoerotic asphyxiation. Now I never wear scarves again. I'm sure this scene will be just as poignant.
Have you ever made a decision you thought would be a good one, And it ended up changing her life in ways you never imagined.
Yes, tell the homeless man more about your spoiled rich girl problems.
Back to planning Derek's future for him, Crystal's car has been towed, and I'm sure she didn't plan on it being towed herself, so he takes her home.
But before that, they plow. And I mean they plow hard.
What?
Okay, drop the bucket. It's okay. We're plowing. There you go. Okay, we're stopping.
Okay.
Plow up. There you go.
Oh, you meant snow plowing.
No, I meant fucking. I clearly got that scene wrong.
This is right up there with Jack and Rose on the Titanic, Aladdin and Jasmine on the magic carpet, Harry and Lloyd riding a moped to Aspen.
Derek invites Crystal to a Christmas party at his house. Don't know why he had to do that. She would have just randomly showed up anyway.
Thankfully, she has Pete to give her more advice.
Ooh, what about this?
Oh no, sweetie, it's a little too breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, breakfast at Tiffany's had far less stereotyping.
Doll, you had a moment. The two of you plowed snow together. I mean, that's one step away from, well, plowing.
Stop it.
Good lord. I really hope Bear Ryan gives better advice than this cartoon of a character.
And that's what he told me, woman. If you don't get your poodle skirt wearing, Coca-Cola sipping, miniature golf playing hussy of a sister out my house, I'm shutting off the sex pipe. He was talking about his penis.
Oh my god, honey. I am so glad you came to me with this information, and you're gonna be too. Cause looky here, the way to fix that no good man of yours, you just need to ask him the right question.
What do I ask him, Bear Ryan?
No, silly, I didn't say ask. I said ask him the right question.
At the party, everyone dresses like their favorite Parks and Rec characters, and Pete is dressed in his finest Drake guy's view of West Hollywood.
Poor thing. You must feel so silly.
Actually, I've always thought it's better to be overdressed than underdressed. I mean, what's worse, showing up looking fabulous or whatever?
How about showing up like a sane person? You ever try that?
She's gonna liven up the party with Wonder Joints. And by that, I mean changing the music.
Dear Blender, you won't blend into the background with us in your home. Oh, won't you help first offender?
In the kitchen, they're busy making the opening credit sequence from American Psycho. I remember when I once deep-throated a glass of Jack. Oh, you bitch!
Here, try this magical drink I invented. It's called eggnog with booze in it.
Say, Crystal has found her new true love, Leon Thomas! Hey, Sean Hayes called. He wants to thank you for making Jack look as influential as Harvey Milk.
It seems like Jillian's only negative trait is that she really just needs to get a sense of humor. But this movie translates that into she is an evil witch who must be defeated, despite her continued solid points!
I'm the one who held Derek's hand at Laura's funeral. I'm the one who checked in on him every day, made sure he had food in the fridge, clean clothes to wear. And I'm the one who will be there for him for the rest of his life.
My god, how dare she have random acts of kindness towards Derek? This movie would make Jesus look like a villain.
Just know I'm onto your lies.
Good. Now it seems we finally have something in common.
Crystal's the only one who has been lying! Derek's trying to figure out why girls always have to hate each other in these kind of movies. Oh, and his soup kitchen is gonna close or something. Here, Derek comes clean that he's not Scott Wolf or Jason Patrick. He's actually Scott Peterson!
Kudos to Derek for remaining likable, even though he kinda cheats on Jillian by asking out Crystal.
Jillian soon finds the Dear Santa letter and... Wait, why does Crystal just bring that with her everywhere she goes?
Now, if only Jillian can get that letter to Santa Claus, then surely Santa will make Jillian Olivia's new mom.
Naturally, Derek is mighty mad about Crystal not really being Santa Claus.
You decided to keep it, and, you thought to yourself, oh, hey, I'll just lie and pretend that I appeared in these people's lives and make them think it was all real.
You know, when you say it out loud, that makes me sound really crazy. Also, yeah, every negative thing he's saying is right.
Still, she gives him a present for Olivia. It's what Olivia always wanted, a boiled rabbit. Okay, I'll give it to her, but I'm telling her it's from me.
Mom calls in again from her local TV spot to tell her that she's officially cutting her off by sending her more money. I said, what?
Derek has to break it to the rest of the staff that this is the last act of the movie, so he and Crystal have to be on the outs for the remaining 20 minutes. It's obligatory in every rom-com.
And everybody really knows that the kitchen is closing because of Pete's expensive wardrobe. Let's get him! Derek has it way worse. He has to tell Olivia that the sociopath who's been in their house won't be around anymore.
It's complicated.
No, it's not. It's not complicated at all. Just won't give her a chance. You won't give anybody a chance.
Liv.
You're 7. You still believe in Santa. Piss off!
But hey, Crystal is a better person now. She realizes this from a homeless woman, who she walks away from, not giving her a dime. Not even a fucking turtle dove.
She has homeless Frank to take care of instead. I celebrated Christmas once. The puppy mom gave me suffocated in the box before I could open it. Now I never celebrate Christmas again.
Crystal makes a deal with Frank that if she can get the soup kitchen back up and running, he'll have to go indoors. And given that he's played by an actor named James Dugan, he also has to coach a women's baseball team.
Better take care of this quick. Derek's about to propose to Jillian.
All I can say is thank goodness I found that letter. I mean, Lord knows what she was planning. She could have been some kind of stalker, femme fatale.
No, not could have been. She was a stalker. Why does this movie hate its real hero so much?
Now he's having second thoughts about asking Jillian to marry him. Seems wise. Just 24 hours ago, he asked another woman out on a date.
This movie needs another montage. That way Crystal can lurk around the ice skating rink to find more families to follow home. She got the soup kitchen open back up, but not because she likes the homeless. It's because she can now totes get back on Derek's good side.
But not before Derek gets gay guilt-tripped.
Someone settled with the bank. Who? Someone who cares about this place as much as you do. Someone you used to care about before you jumped to conclusions.
No, dressing up like a Ken doll with a neck bandana that's code for water sports is jumping to conclusions. Derek's just looking out for his goddamn daughter.
Such a great influence Crystal is. Olivia has run away from home at the prospect of this stranger not being in their lives anymore. How on earth are they ever gonna find her in New York City? Oh, there she is.
Okay, but how is Derek ever gonna find where? Oh, he found them.
My heart hurt for so long that I stopped listening to it and only listened to what my head was telling me was right. I hope it's not too late for me to start listening again to my heart.
No, you should be listening to your head.
And to think you left her alone with Olivia.
I don't think she'd hurt Olivia.
You don't know that.
See, listen to her.
Now the real storyline can be wrapped up. The reason why homeless Frank doesn't go indoors is because he has a gambling addiction. And while he was in an indoor casino, he lost everything years ago. So he hasn't been inside in decades? Yeah, that's easier than going to Gamblers Anonymous.
So, yeah, here's a thought. Maybe instead of being afraid to go indoors, you should be afraid of gambling. Like, what you're doing now, making a bet. Maybe this is what got you into this whole predicament, not going indoors, fucking gambling! Yeah, but stay outside. That'll totally work out for you. You're gambling! I guess that really is the plot lines being wrapped up, as when Jillian leaves from dinner, that is the last we ever see of her. Maybe she's out getting Pete a pink Santa outfit. He just looks weird now.
And that's Dear Santa. By God, I honestly don't know what to say about this movie.
I know what to say. This is the greatest Christmas I've ever had in my life. I found the soup kitchen that was about to close, and then this big city socialite came in and answered my letter to Santa. So she gave me spiked eggnog, told me I'd be a fantastic replacement for her dead husband, and then stole all of my change, cooked my dog in a pot roast, and burned all my pictures of my children. I am never going indoors again.
Hilarious. Anyway, Dear Santa is what you get when you feel like Miracle on 34th Street wasn't enough like Misery. Amy Acker's lead character is so creepy that no wonder she stars on a show that's literally called Person of Interest.
But what are you talking about? The reviews for this film said they featured good old-fashioned values.
Yeah, not to sound like a broken record, but I know exactly what kind of old-fashioned values this movie represented.
Finally, I thought the old bag would never kick off.
The movie's message is all over the place. Our lead character has to find a man or a job or her allowance will be cut off. So she stalks a family and breaks up an engagement. And the movie tries desperately hard to make the only person in the movie with common sense seem like the villain.
She never really seems to learn a lesson. Everything she does appears to be for her own benefit and no one else's, including getting a 7-year-old to partake in her own manipulative schemes. I, for one, expect more out of a movie directed by 90210 star Jason Priestley.
Why? Why would that possibly make you expect more out of this movie?
Because you know how the lyrics go. I need you to warm me, to calm me, to love me, to help me dream of my dreamy Christmas, Jason Priestley.
Anyway, the film was also written by Barbara Kim Licka, who has made a career of writing Lifetime Hallmark conveyor belt Christmas films, such as A Bride for Christmas, Merry In-Laws, Christmas in the City. These are such cookie-cutter films that one of them is actually called A Cookie-Cutter Christmas.
Not only that, she's also written softcore gay porn films such as David Dakota's 1313 Boy Crazies. Wait a minute. Softcore gay porn? The Pete character was gay!
You're just now figuring that out?
Well, we wouldn't want there to be any loose ends.
I'm not sure if murdering my boyfriend is the best idea, Bear Ryan.
I've seen those acid wash jeans of his. His crimes against humanity aren't just a murder of fashion. It's a full-blown fascist. You'd be doing us all a favor, honey. I'm just nuts. Aren't I, Mr. Squirrel?
That's just what I needed to hear. Bear Ryan, you're under arrest. We've had reports of a stereotypical gay man going up to random strangers and giving them bad advice, which has led to a string of axe murders.
Oh dear. Don't slap me on the wrist too hard. You know I bruise easier than a ripe banana.
You're not getting a slap on the wrist. You're going to prison for murder.
Try and catch me. I'm a cat now. Meowsers!
Merry Christmas!
What the fuck are you wearing?
Oh, we're just about to set sail. Hope you're busy turning things around. Kisses.